Appreciate you being here with me. Okay, so today I believe I got a good show with some good YouTubers. These guys I admire. I'm a big fan of each and every one of them. And before I introduce them and bring them on, I want to give a shout out to Roll the Tape, Richie Rich, because that brother was the first one to put me on his channel when I was like under 100. I was struggling at 100, and he brought me on the show. And he really didn't even know me, but he brought me in, and I had a good time being on the show. So shout out to Richie Rich from Roll the Tape. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. Also, I've never gave a shout out, but I talk about him. Razor Rays. I have to give a shout out to Razor Rays. Razor Rays is a cool brother. He's a really cool brother. Okay, because I remember I made a video not too long ago about Mookie's and Ray Rays, and I received a message from him talking about that his name was Ray Ray. Okay, but he had made a joke about it, and he wasn't cool. He was cool with the video Mookie's and Ray Rays because he's not one of those Ray Rays that I was talking about. He's a good New York brother. So shout out to Razor Rays. I appreciate him. All right. So also before I get started, I want to say this. I had a brother that I met recently from Razor Ray's show. The name of his channel is Learn2Travel Tv. And he was the first person to give me a donation on PayPal. I appreciate that. But what I want to say to everyone, me personally, I'm not messing with PayPal, okay? Because they'll nickel and dime you. I was like, just, trying to get the money that he sent me. And I don't like to do business with places that nickel and dime you. So I'm asking people, I don't know if you have Zelle or whatever. I'm going to do business with Zelle. I hope other people can find other channels where we're not some other way of sending money without getting nickel and dime. Because I used to send a lot of money to my sons, and I never realized how much money that PayPal is taking from people. Nickel and dime, I don't like that. I don't like doing business like that. So please, if you find another way of, because I want to support everybody, let's do it. Let's try to get away from PayPal. If not, I will still help people, but I do want to get away from PayPal. And I don't want anybody wasting their money on PayPal, sending money to me. I'm going to try to do Zelle or find something else because I think it's ridiculous. Okay, so let's get started. I do have a topic, and the topic of today is, are you a dirty old man if you're dating a woman, a young woman that's 15 or more years younger than you? Okay, so before we get started, I want to bring on a brother who's more like my age. I like his channel. His channel is really cool. I hope all of my subscribers go to his channel and subscribe to his channel. All right, so let's bring on my first guest, and I'll let him introduce himself to you. Okay. What's up, bro? How's it going?
Yes, how you doing? Agymah's world.
Yo, man. I'm doing well, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Agymah, it's my pleasure. Like you said, and all the travel team, the crew. I think I'm like the senior statesman of this whole thing, anyway. So I appreciate you bringing me on. You know what I mean? And I do have something to say on your subject. I think it is a great subject. But
Good.
first of all, let me also shout out some of my upline here. First of all, yourself, and I appreciate when you called in. You made contact with me. I thought that was really great. I was like, yeah, I can really work with the brother here. I can't wait till we get together. But yeah, I also want to shout out Razor Rays. Also, he grabbed me up when I only had 89 subscriptions. I don't even have that many now, but he took me when I had 89. And I'm really feeling that because it showed really some compassion how they're going to bring us up. You
Right.
know, King of Dreams is out there. That's my
Yes, King of Dreams,
that.
what's up, bro?
Hey, now let me tell you, this is how I roll, and this is going to go right into your subject. King of Dreams is one of my younger uplines. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go high and low.
Yeah.
That's my game. So I got many senior uplines, and I got some guys younger than me. That's my upline.
Right.
So let me get into the subject matter based on now that I said that. You know what I mean? And
Oh yeah, before you start that, why don't you tell my subscribers a little bit about you and your channel before you go on to the topic?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How's everybody out there doing? I'm Where's Chuck? You know what I mean? And I got a little I got a new channel, but the whole thing is quirky because I'm uh, a military brat kid. You know, all grown up. And so my parents were in the Air Force, U.S. Air Force. And I was born in Tokyo, Japan. And it's natural for me to travel the world. I don't care. It's just, it comes with the territory. And you know, I got really teased about that a lot my whole life. You know, I got my passport in my back pocket and I'm always traveling around with ease. And I thought it was normal that you move around every single year to another state or country. I still do it. I thought it was normal. But at this point, I got like 60. I got 60 markers in my book at this point. So I've learned that everybody doesn't move around every single year, but I've never really lived in a place longer than 2 years in my whole life. So so many times that it'd be some events that I couldn't get to, and so the going joke was, "Hey, where's Chuck?" Or they might do another one, and they'd be like, "Hey, where's Chuck?" Well, you know, I'm out there doing my thing. So right now, hey, I'm Where's Chuck, and I'm really putting it down in a new format. So one, my whole family, they can see where I am now. And
Yep.
number two, I'm still getting countries in because in 10 days I'm on my way to Medellin, Colombia. You know what I mean? Being walked in by one of my younger guys, King of Dreams, helping me get myself in there and get situated, but also on the influence of DC Rob.
Yeah.
DC Rob is helping me also. So you see, always go high and low.
Yes.
Always
Yes.
go high and
Yes.
low. So
Yes.
don't never think that I'm only with the older dudes. You
Yeah.
should never think that. And
No.
then you should never think that I'm trying to be young because that's not my game.
Right.
Even though I can relate directly, and they will tell you that. You
Right.
know what I
Right.
mean? So understand where I am. I'm all places between here and here. That's how I roll.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know you knew DC Rob because actually DC Rob was like my third subscriber because I
Right.
was making short videos when I was in Medellin, and my friends were my first two, and then he was my third one. I didn't see his message until I got back to Boston. Then I was like, oh, So yeah, I know him. I used to talk to him a lot. We don't still talk as much, but yeah, he's good people also. But yeah, shout out to Kings and Dreams. He's a good young brother, man. I like him. I
He's a
know he
good
lives here
brother,
in
man.
Boston. Hopefully one time we'll be able to hang out or something, because he seemed like
Yeah.
a cool young brother and stuff.
He's really got his head on his shoulders, man. He's calm. You know, he's like a senior statesman, but he's young. So I was like, wow. And you know, we match up because between his age and mine, you know, we meet like somewhere right around this age right here,
Yeah.
right in the middle. You know, we both come up and come down. But
Yeah.
yeah, hey man, shout out to our upline. You know, DC Rob, Andre Love Crossing Borders. Zoom to Thailand. Tailor Made Dreams. Hey man, these guys been in the game. They've been in the game for a minute. They're gonna have to make some room for us.
Well, I don't mean. Oh, he just stepped off. I was gonna bring in another guest and stuff when he gets back on the screen. So I'll let you talk and then I'll let him pop. I'll bring him in also. So So you want to? I don't know if you want to continue with what you were saying.
Just one more point. I
Yeah.
want to congratulate you on 550 subscriptions. And
Thank you.
tonight we're gonna get some more subscriptions. You were doing really good, bro. You're doing really good. So
No,
other than
no,
that, man, come on.
no. Thank you because I had. I'll share this. I really appreciate Learn2Travel TV because number one, I kept saying I'm gonna do live. I've been saying that for a while, and I kept saying, "Oh no," because me and technology, I'm bad with technology. And then he's like, "Why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do it?
Yes,
You can try it out with me." And so he encouraged me to do it,
yes,
and I appreciate
yes,
it because I love that old saying. I was just thinking about it today. Some people come in your life for a reason, and some people come in your life for a season. Okay,
yes.
so I appreciate people that come in my life for a reason. Okay, and he's one
Yes.
of them. And I believe you and Razor Rays and Kings and Dreams are all in my life for a reason. And we gotta look
Yes.
out for each other. We gotta push each other. And my brother also had told me that I was about to say, "Hey, I'm gonna give up, man, because there's a lot of things I want to do, and I get so busy like today, man. Time was flying.
Yes.
I said I made this promise to this brother that I'm gonna be. I got to do it, but I'm gonna do my best to keep hanging in there because sometimes
Yes.
I get really busy. That's why I don't put out a lot of video. But let me bring
Gotcha.
on the other guest, and then we'll have you, respond to today's topic.
Sounds good.
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Hey,
What's up?
Yeah.
the two OGs.
uh,
Yes, man. What's up? What's up, Learn to Travel? Hey, listen, man, Learn to Travel. You really will hit me with a strong subscription and you motivated me, man. So this is your subject right here, and I'm glad you're here tonight.
I'm just here trying to be a fly against the wall, listening to you guys. I'll chime in wherever I can, but I'm just honored to be here with you guys.
Sounds
No,
good.
no, no,
Thank
no,
you.
man. It's our honor. I'm always looking to see young brothers that are doing things positive. That's important because when I move on, man, I want to know that brothers are doing stuff positive. That's why I'm always pushing my sons to stay positive. Surround yourself with positive people of all ages, of all races. So it's always good, especially when you see so much negativity of brothers on YouTube. And I'm like so sick of seeing it. So it's always good to see positive young brothers.
Excellent.
So, where's Chuck? You want to respond to today's topic?
Yeah. Go ahead and lay out that topic so I make sure that I'm in the right lane.
Sure. Are you a dirty old man if you date women that are 15 or more years younger than you? Do
Okay,
you-
okay, 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 okay. Give me this. All right. Now, first of all, I want to tell you. Oh man, 15 thoughts just came to my head. I don't know. Hey, I'm from too many cities, man. I could give you 15 different responses, but let me get to it. Um, yes and no.
I agree
Yes
with
and
you.
no. Yes and no is where I'll start from, and just give me just a second on it. First of all, from the classic point of view and how age goes, and it's for darn sure when you get up into your 60s, you are classified as an old ass man, especially if you're from the United States.
Yes.
So I'll give you that. So when you are dating or trying to mess with a girl 15 years or more, you're a junior, my goodness, you can get that look from anyone and they would be justified, you know? And so I got to give you that.
Yeah.
All right. So I gave you that. Let me now, on the other hand, I know I'm getting up in age, but man, I like young girls. I always have liked young girls. Women my age and me, we don't get along. We don't have nothing to do with each other.
Mhm.
They know it and I know it, and we're not mad at each other, but it doesn't mix at all. So what I want to say is yes and no, because for me to be myself, I'm going to have a girl that's 15 years younger than me with me at all times, including right now. I'm in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And yes,
Oh.
now don't get me wrong. there is a major age line here on the beach. You gotta look good out there. And I understand that. And I'm not trying to be young, but I must say that, you know what I mean? Hey, if you're 35 or 40, I'ma still holler at you. That's for sure.
I
Now,
agree.
some people might say, wow, 35, 40, man, they getting kind of some numbers on them. Well, that only has to do with my age. And so you drop down 15 years, you drop down 16 years, and that's my category right there. We get along. Fine. Okay? And I can't see me not getting with them. Now I'll close with this. Now, if you go straight to the old man category, the dirty old man category, basically what they're saying is if you're single, you're just supposed to sit on the couch every night and watch Jeopardy at 7:30. Now, I just told you I'm an international player with a passport. I'm not going to sit down. I'm not sitting down watching Jeopardy. I'm going to show up in town. I'm going to change my look. I'm going to come right in there and I'm going to get me one. All right. So you gave me a chance to lay it out. So let me answer your question again. Yes and no. Dirty old man, 15 years and younger. Uh, yes. But I want to say that sometimes I approach my women and tell them, hey, I'm a dirty old man, but I'm coming straight at you. Let's go.
Good one. No, I like your answer. I agree with you, and it also depends on the person because I remember being younger when I was like 15 and 16 years old, and I used to always have like bad women around me, nice young ladies, and guys like in their 50s and 60s would be trying to holler at them. I would be arguing, like, come on, you dirty old man. And I never understood. I'm like, dude, man, you're like 50, 60 years old trying to holler at these 15, 16-year-olds. Come on, you're 30 old man. I kept saying, I'm never going to be like that. I'm never, ever going to be like that. I used to always say, man, God, I'm never going to be like that. And now, like, I just turned 60. I turned 60 in July. And so for me, I think the first time I ever dated somebody that was younger than me, I think I was like 28 when I finally broke up with my first wife. I dated somebody who was like 18. So she was about to graduate high school. And she was gorgeous, gorgeous Dominican. And I felt uncomfortable, but she was really mature for her age. And we got along well until her friends were saying, like, hey, you're married, you're seeing a dirty old man. That guy's like at least 50 or 40 or something. She was like, nah, he's not that old. And so I started feeling funny at that time. But yeah, I agree with you. And another quick story I want to tell. I remember I tried to date a young lady, and it was so funny. I met her in a club here in Boston, a white chick, and she looked good. This usually don't happen to me. I might have had a few drinks. I don't know if I got contact from Herb or whatever, and I'm talking to her. She goes, I'm kind of old. I said, no, you look pretty good. So I finally go out to meet her. She looked old. I could see all the wrinkles in her face. Then she put on her glasses, and then she was like, oh, the noise is bothering me. And I was like, damn, she's old. Okay. And she was actually a couple of years younger than me. She kept calling me after that. I didn't respond to her. I like, nah, I'm staying like in my 30s. I might go 28, 29, but I try to stay in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So Learn2Travel TV. What do you want to say about the topic?
So I think there is there should be like an age, a cap.
Mhm.
So if you're in your 60s and you're dating someone that's in her late 30s,
Mhm.
I think that's acceptable.
Mhm.
But when you're in your 60s and you're dating a 22-year-old,
Yeah. No,
but
that's.
I will say this,
Mhm.
to each his own,
Yeah.
but he's benefiting because he has a young, attractive woman, and she's benefiting him because he has his resources. He's experienced life. He's mature. So both of them know what they're getting into. But I think, me personally, I think there needs to be some sort of cap.
But I agree with you. I want to read the comment by Kings and Dreams. He says, "I'm 37 and soaking up all the game from y'all brothers." Oh, yo, man, I got the John, the review king. Yo, this young, yo, this young guy. He's about like I think he's like 21, and he's from
Oh,
England. He's from England.
nice.
He's cool. He's cool. He reminds me of my son because my son's 20 and 23. Then I got a daughter that's 35. So yeah, this young brother from England, he's cool. He's really cool. He's got a cool channel too.
That's cool.
Hey, what's up, my friend Dejan? I appreciate you being here, man. So I'm sorry, what were you about to say? Somebody was
No,
about to
no,
say.
so that's no, so that's where I stand on it. There should be some sort of cap. But again, to each his own. They're gonna do whatever they do. The man and the woman, they have an understanding. They know what's going on behind closed doors. But at certain point, it needs to be where you guys have something in common.
Yeah, you should. It's not going to last long if you don't have anything in common. It's definitely not gonna last long. Okay, this is what Dejan saying. I'm glad I'm here. How are you? Hey, I'm doing well. I'm glad you're here also, Dejan. I appreciate you and stuff, man. I appreciate you being here with me. But yeah, also because just recently I wasn't trying to hit on this young lady. She's about 25, 26, and I was, buying stuff, still buying stuff for the house, and I see her kept staring at me. And I was like, yo, man, that's my son's age. And then she was like, oh, do you need some help? Okay. And I was like, no, I'm just looking. She goes, well, I'm here. Let me know. So I leave. I said, no, she's too young. So something kept telling me, like, yo, just go back and see what's up. So I go back again and she's watching me. And so I said, maybe it's my imagination because I haven't been dating a lot. And so as she's walking away, she's going in the back room. She turns around and she's looking at me, and I catch her. I'm like, oh. So she comes out. We start talking. We exchange numbers. I picked her up after work. We talked, drove her home and stuff. So like right now, I didn't bother to call her, man. I said, no, I ain't gonna call her and stuff. I'm waiting to hear back from her. I just sent her a message today. That was like Wednesday, saying what's up. But she was cool. I just didn't feel comfortable because she was still like like 26 or so. But she was she was stacked. She was stacked, really nice shoulders, nice tiny waist. But I was like, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You gonna say something? Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, let me go ahead and get a joke in the Genius World. Now y'all said 15 years, but at 26, man, that's like 1,000 years. Okay, that's like 35 years. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
don't get me to add stuff up, but I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yes.
Because yeah, learn to travel TV. You'd be surprised when you're 55 or 56 and a 25-year-old girl holler at you. Now you haven't got that yet.
Exactly.
You haven't experienced that yet. And so what are you gonna do? Say no, look, I'm done with that. Don't look at me like that.
You're
I see you
absolutely
looking at me.
right.
Don't look at me. I'm not allowed for you. I'm not allowed for you to look at me. No, I saw you look at me, but don't look at me. No, hey, but listen, let's go here now, because I've been around for a while. I'm from all the cities, so let me just kick it to you live. Now, what about the phrase "Don't hate the player, hate the game"? It's a question.
Yeah, it's a good question. You can go first. Who
Silence,
was
huh? Silence, huh?
Hey, you can go first, man.
So if don't hate the player, hate the game, that's a fact because again, if you're both adults and you guys have an understanding, and as twisted as it may sound or it may seem to the outside world, If you guys have your understanding, I get it. And I'm like you said, I'm not 55 and I'm not there yet, but I know when I turn 55 and someone hollers at me and she's 25,
Yes.
I, I'm inclined to no,
Okay.
I'm
I was just
inclined.
wondering. I was wondering what you was gonna say.
No, I'm inclined. I'm inclined. However,
Yes. Yes.
my mind, which is the
Yes.
game, my mind has to be in tune with what's going on. Because at
Sure.
55, a 25-year-old hollering at me, the chances are that she may not be up to any good. And guess what? Because I'm 55 and I haven't been hollered at,
Yes.
I may just
Yeah,
Well said. Well
that's
said.
no, that's a good point. Well said. I really like what you
Well
said.
said.
That's why I was saying, okay, she's up to something. So we first thing we started talking was
but not all the time though. Not all
yeah,
the time.
yes, yeah. But as we started talking, she also because Dejan says describe her. She was like a sister, really really nice. Had these little funny glasses, but majority of the time I could see most of the time people that wear glasses got beautiful eyes. She has beautiful eyes, nice high cheekbones, beautiful teeth, and like I said, the body was crazy. I was like, damn. I started feeling like a dirty old man because her body was amazing. She was about my height. She was like 5'9", 5'10", in good shape, nice shoulders, everything all just up there. I was like, man. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. So she just said to me, all I do is just work and go home, work and go home. I'm not seeing anybody. That's all I do. And I said, well, yeah, that's all I do too. She goes, well, I'm inclined to meet people, regardless of age and stuff. Talking to you, you seem to be a really nice guy because she was like, I was like, yo, you want me to take you home? And she was like, no, I got an Uber. I said, well, you don't know the Uber driver either. She goes, well, if you're around, you can come. So I just sent her a message, boom, hey, I'm here. So she came out and we had a good conversation. And my plan is if we ever hook up, because the body is so bad and she's mature for her age, I would like to spend time with her, but I think someone that young, I wouldn't dog them. I would just spend the time with them and just see where it goes. If it goes for a while and it dies, fine. But somebody that young, I would try to enjoy myself, treat them with respect, have a good time with them. And if they move on and find somebody else, hey, cool. And leave it like that. That's me. I wouldn't be like trying to dog them out and, burn them out and then kick them to the curb. I couldn't live with myself. I'm not that type of person. I would just have a good time with her and just see where it goes. If she meets someone else her age and she's happy, okay, go ahead, do your thing.
What about you, Chuck?
I hear you.
Oh, so
Listen.
let me read
Oh,
real
go
quick
ahead.
what King's the Dream says. He says, tap me in, Agymah. I'll handle that.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
man.
that's why it's good to know everybody. Okay, we might have to call them and say, hey, I got somebody to be good for you. Man, and call learn to travel and call Kings of Dreams and call our other guys in. I'm not mad at that at all. That's all
Right.
good.
No,
But
no,
what
no.
I do want to do is make sure we pull them either way. You know,
Yes.
that's my game is okay, but you got if you're really tough, you got to be on our team either way. So we need to make sure we bring you in.
Yes.
Please let me squeeze in one caveat here. The
Sure.
ladies man that I you know work to be. I do want to say that man, I love all women, and I want to tell you there's some women with some age on them that are absolutely beautiful
Yes. Yes.
and they are magnificent. And so I want to not just go by them based on age. I want to acknowledge them right now and tell you that it really doesn't matter how old you are. There's some 60-year-old women that'll knock your socks off. So let me correct my position right here, right now. There's some 60-year-old women that will compete with your younger girl and knock your socks off, first of all. All right? There's some 50-year-old women that will light your world up. Okay? And they know exactly what they're doing. There's some 40-year-old women that will show you things you never knew about. Okay? All right? And then you get into your 30-year-old women. The thing is that you do have to be here a while so you can add something to your portfolio, to your game. I mean, 20, 21-year-olds to 30-year-olds, you're right. We may not have nothing in common because I got major game. Okay? And you need to be around for a while to get some of that. The point is that if you're going to be a dirty old man, you got to really be keep your mind moving, and you got to stay up on certain things too, so you can try to blend in there.
Yes.
Yeah,
All the TikTok.
Oh,
you got a new TikTok. Go ahead.
let me read this from Dejan real quick. He says, definitely, bro. It's about living the life and having no stress within, enjoying the experience. I agree because it's desperate and force it, the source will dry up.
Uh,
Yeah. I agree. Oh, we got another person in the house. Mike says, great conversation, true points about some of these older women.
Yes, man. I just, if it's some older women out there, I want to tell you that, hey, I have full respect for you. I have, I want to show honor to you. I want to let you know that every time I see you, that listen, maybe if we get along or if we can do something, that's fine. But if we don't, the respect is there. Because one thing for sure is that, women, they are magnificent. Their bodies and their beauty can outlast you. Man, don't try to don't try to compete with them because they can do a lot. They're magnificent. So yeah, man, I just want to say that.
Well, I will say that for me, if you're when I've dated a 26-year-old, 27-year-old, she's already in her late 20s. But some of the things that or places that may have taken her, or restaurants that I may have taken, she is impressed. But then when I dated a 38-year-old, done that, been there. I'm telling her about my travels. Oh yeah, I went there. I went there last year with my girls. The 26-year-old with me going that. She's impressed with me going to China. Ooh, can you take me? The 38-year-old. Oh yeah, we did that last year. So that's the other difference.
Hey, very good point. Very good point. I gotta agree with you.
No, I agree with him too. Let me read something another message from Dejan. He says, "Is it worth dating an older woman? In your point of view, yeah, it is. If you are a younger guy, yeah, that's what I was gonna say to you, Dejan. I'll share this story. When I was I think it was like 21, 22 years old, and I used to go to Latin clubs in Boston, and I met this lady that was Puerto Rican lady that was 40, and she was like really into me. And I used to go over to a place, and she had a son exactly my age. Okay, and he was married and stuff. And he never said anything to me. He was just like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And man, we used to go in her room, and she would just like lock the door and stuff, man. And we used to go at it, man. Then she would be like falling out and say, "Oh, I'm so old and stuff. I'm an old lady and stuff," be crying. And I'd be like, "Yo, okay, well, I got to go out." She goes, "Oh, now you're gonna go out and get some young ladies." I'm like, "Nah, I told you I'm gonna hang out with my friends. If you want to come." She goes, "No." So I really liked her, and I wasn't about dogging her. So she was actually 20 years older than me. I did so when I was in my 20s, I wasn't to older women. And then my Puerto Rican friend says, "No, man, one day her son probably is gonna kill you, man. Y'all the same age, so leave her alone." So I dumped her for that reason. And she used to see me, and she would be depressed and stuff. But yeah, older women, yeah, man, they be into you, Dejan. You got to, but be careful. Be real careful though, man, because so one of them might snap on you and stuff too. So you gotta be careful. Also, I want to read something that Kings of Dreams. He said I've had older women and younger women. It's about the connection for me, yes. As long as they get on my program, it's all good. Okay. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. So yeah, Learn to Travel TV, you were about to say something else.
I as far as older women, I would just be careful because at some point, because of their age and their social status and their finances, if you're a younger guy, they use that, they may try to use that against you, because a younger guy, you're bringing something. Again, it's just like role reversals,
Yes.
male versus female. But now you have a female may think that you're not man enough because you're her, you're the child,
Yes,
the age
yes,
of her child.
yes.
So you gotta be careful with that
Yeah.
point,
You gotta be careful.
John.
Yeah, yeah, Dejan, listen to what he's saying. He's right. You have to be real careful. If she's talking to you like you're a child and stuff, then you know you gotta keep it moving. After you have your fun, keep it moving. But if she's treating you like an equal, or she's like she's giving it all to make you happy, that might be somebody to really be into it. Because my son was telling me, like, my son is like really, really good looking kid. So, and he was telling me like he'd be coming out the gym and he had older ladies, like some nice looking older women, like in their 40s and 30s, trying to holler at him. And he's 23. And I'm like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But be careful. Be careful of ex husbands, boyfriends. You know, be very careful of that. You know, because they're going to have like ex boyfriends and husbands pull up on you and try to hurt you. So you just want to make sure you know what's the situation is before you start dealing with them.
Hey guys, both of you guys know Medellin and you know Cartagena. Learn to travel. You guys know that much better than me. But it was told to me that I shouldn't be surprised if I see a 40-year-old with a 20-year-old. That in that Latin culture, that might be acceptable and that's the norm.
Yeah.
Can I? As a matter of fact, I was talking to one of my friends down there. She has a son. She had her son. She had her son when she was 17, and her her boyfriend slash ex partner was 45 years old. So age wasn't a number, and he was accepted by the family. So, like you just mentioned, the age is definitely not a number overseas, and they like older men, and also
Yeah.
that income that's coming in. That's another income that can come into the family. So
Understood.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. I agree with that. It's like because a lot of them too, they realize, and this is what I kept hearing from Latin women, is that they prefer like older men, especially older men from other countries, because a lot of the Latin men, they just hitting it and they just moving on, hitting it and moving on, hitting it and not doing anything, just getting it, and you got women all over the place. So I was just meeting a lot of Latin women. So I just want a nice guy that knows how to treat me well and that won't run around on me. And I kept hearing that from some that I really like, but some of them already had two kids, some already had three kids, and I was like, whoa, you got three kids.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
you like 33, you got three kids. Like man, okay. Um, but yeah, I think you can see that. That would be nothing, seeing a 50-year-old with a 21-year-old, something like that. But I wouldn't
but
go, I
I will
wouldn't
also. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry, what was it?
No, I was. But also, in their culture, as long as the woman's being taken care of, she doesn't mind that he's out there running around too, because that's understood, that's expected. So as long as he's bringing home whatever, there's no real friction like how it is in the United.
Yes.
But they don't. Not that they like it, but they tolerate it.
Yes,
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah, no, 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 that's true. I kept hearing that. I heard that too. I don't know if you've been to DR. I was dating when I first moved back to Boston. I met this. How old was she? She was about 27 years old. Bad Dominican. She was in the country illegally, right? I was surprised she told me all that.
Wow.
But she was in the country for like at least 3 years. So she said she was looking for a husband, but she's not running up with just anybody. And she told me that her father used to have some money. He owned a lot of property, and he had like was married to his mother, her mother, and had about like six other women. So he had like kids all over. And he said that she said that we should have a lot of wealth, but my father had so many babies and
Oh,
so many kids that they ended up losing. Her family ended up losing a lot of wealth. And I was like, you serious? She goes, yeah, you know how you men are. I was like, come on, not all men like that. She goes, well, I'm not trying to meet a man like that. And she was gorgeous too. She had a tight body. She was like asking me how old are you? I kept telling her, oh, I'm 40. She was like, and I started talking to her about my kids. And then finally I told her that she goes, Joe, it doesn't matter. Just be honest with me. Okay, I said, yeah, I got a daughter that's older than you. Okay. Yeah, I got a daughter that's older than you and stuff. But yeah, she was trying to slow me down and it's like, okay, I want to find somebody who she's already established and have this house and stuff. I'm like, okay, I got you talking about you're interested in me, but you want to wait until I get my house because I just want to make sure he has a house and everything's all established. I was like, yeah, okay, you keep waiting. You keep waiting. I'm not the one. You're gonna marry me once I get a house, and you're gonna come into this situation. But she ended up marrying some white guy and stuff, and she's happy. So hey, good for her.
she's trying to get it done.
Yeah,
Hey,
she's
hey, let me just throw something, a little caveat in here because Learn to Travel TV said, yeah, so the age difference you might not have anything in common with that person. Well, here's one fact I want to give you. It's probably my own doing because my girls that was my age, they were so hard headed, bruh. We didn't have nothing. Hey, still I didn't have nothing in common with them.
Stuck
All
in her
right,
ways. Stuck in her
huh?
ways.
Yeah,
Stuck in her ways.
I mean, because
No, I know.
because I had, I'm an international dude, so I bring up traveling. They was like, man, I ain't going nowhere. I lived in D.C. all my life, you know. So it's probably my fault too, you know what I mean? Because these were the kind of girls I was messing with, but they was my age, but still, man, they didn't have nothing in common with me. I still loved them. I still loved them, but that commonality was not a given just based on their age.
right. Let me read something that Kings and Dreams said. He said, what did he say? What did he say? He says, if you show that you're mature, then you will be fine. It's okay, your maturity level, brother. If you're 21 years old, let me see, I've tried to get a 28 to 31-year-old woman. It's good to get a 23 to 25-year-old too. Get a rotation of different types of women. It's sharpens your game. Yeah, that's true. And then Dejan says, good point. I see King. I will find one that I and keep a good eye on one. Yeah. Dejan, just be careful. There's some good older women out there who want attention. Because I know there's some. Oh man, when I lived in DC, man, I love DC. I lived
Me
in
too.
Adams Morgan, and I used to
Oh, me
meet.
too.
Yeah, you live in
Yes,
Adams Morgan. I lived on a street called Lanier,
I
Lanier
know
Street.
Lanier.
You know
I
Lanier
know
Street?
Lanier. Hey, I lived on 13th and B. I lived on 13th and B,
Oh,
right off right off Florida Avenue, just 3 blocks away. Just 3 blocks away from me.
yeah. Oh man, I love DC. I met like all kinds of good women, older women, younger women. I was meeting a lot of professional women with houses and everything. They were just like, man, I just want to meet a good man. There was women crying, say, I just want to meet a good brother. I don't want nobody that's a drug dealer. I just want a brother that's working that knows how. I was like, damn. And my dumb behind, my ex-wife was still in Boston, and I was still in love with her, and I was being loyal to her. And I had
Yeah.
all these women in DC. They
Oh,
were still coming over, and I was
oh,
like, "Oh man, I don't know if I can do this to my lady." But I was meeting crazy older women and younger women in DC.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Mike, maybe something that Mike says. You guys ever worry about knocking up one of these girls? Thoughts on getting vasectomy after a while? Ooh, vasectomy. Oh, what about that, guys? He said you ever worry about
Yeah, let me get that. Hey, I don't, I earlier when I knew I was traveling and I was really traveling heavy. I told you 1 or 2 years and I'm out. I tried my best to make it a point where I didn't really want any children, my early part of my life. And I didn't want to do that to anybody. I didn't really want to do it to myself. All right. So then I was like, oh man, you get kind of, hey bro, you tacking on some numbers right here, man. You gotta do something. But the fact is that it kind of ricocheted back on me, because I still don't have any children now. And that's why I'm more open to the age bracket is because I can't say what Agymah's world can say is, hey, my son's your age. My daughter's your age. I can't, I really can't say that.
yeah,
No, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly, because still you got to know what age it is,
yeah,
where you're coming from. But yes, when you have a son or a daughter at a certain age, then you really got a measurement marker right there that you can depend on. In my case, it kind of still kind of gets me like, hey man, you still think you're young and you're using your young mindset when actually you taking some time, bro. Your time clock is ticking. So
yeah.
it kind of doubled back and kind of got me. My mentality was caught up there for a minute. I'll admit that.
Okay, so what about you, London Travel? Do you ever thought about knocking up some of these
So,
girls and stuff, or having a vasectomy after a
so
while?
what I always say at the end of my videos is protect yourself, protect your peace, and protect your resources.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So having unprotected sex with women, you're putting yourself in a situation where it's affecting those three things. All right.
Yes. Yes.
So the other thing is the vasectomy. I've never thought about it because now, okay, so I get a vasectomy, I can't get anyone pregnant, but I can still catch something. So again, we don't.
It's a smart man right there.
So
Yeah.
that's so
It's a
I haven't
smart
thought
man
about
right there.
I haven't thought about a vasectomy, and like you, Chuck, I don't have any children either. So I don't
Okay.
I don't know I don't know if that's a blessing because I don't want kids. I don't know if it's a curse, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
undefeated. Knock on wood.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Hey, Learn2Travel, where you at? What city are you from, by the way? Since I
The
know Jimmy's from Boston.
the one you guys were just talking about.
Oh, that's
DC.
right. Oh, that is right.
That's why
That
I
is
stay
right.
quiet. That's why I stay quiet. The one you guys are talking about.
Oh, hey, another good thing. I used to work. I worked for Howard. I worked for Howard Hospital for a long period of time. And you talking about women, man? The rotation of women.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah,
Beautiful women, college students, just
Good
people
old
yeah.
around the area.
Georgia
But
Avenue.
but yeah,
Oh,
but yeah, there's something I was about to say, and it just slipped my head. It'll come back. But yeah, so what, I don't know. You about to say something else?
No, I was just gonna say Georgia Avenue, Howard.
Georgia Avenue. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Right around the way.
What's
Yeah,
that? The Lincoln Theater right there on Georgia Avenue. It's the Lincoln, right?
yeah. No, on Florida Avenue,
Oh,
14th
Florida
Street,
Avenue. Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
right next to Ben's Chili
Ben.
Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know that DC Rob used to be a DJ at what's that club? The Kilimanjaro or something club, that big
Oh,
African
I didn't know
club.
he was a DJ. He told me he was around. Yeah, he said he used to park on my street I said, yeah, we used to hate y'all to park on my street and y'all go back over to 14. But I didn't know he was the DJ. I
Yeah, I
didn't know
think
he
he
was
was
DJ
saying.
at
I think he
Common
said he
Job.
used to DJ or he used to do parties at the Killer. Yeah, because
Wow.
me and him started talking one time. He's like, I know you
Wow.
lived in DC about the
Wow.
same
Wow.
time that I was in DC. He lived in
Wow.
there. That's around the time that Marion Barry was going through, had came back. That's the time that I was living there,
Oh, I
and
got you.
I had a great time there.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
King the Dream says Red Pill. Oh, call you Red Pill. Learn to Travel TV. Number one Red Pill.
No, I'm just trying to protect myself. I don't need any unnecessary drama. I just use a
Oh
little common sense.
no, that's what I agree with you. That's what I was saying to myself when I was like thinking about this young lady. I was like, if I were to get somebody that young pregnant, I would be jacked.
Oh, oh,
I would
yeah.
be jacked. I'm like, man, she'll be hitting me up for
Yeah,
money, and that's what I'm preaching to my son now. I'm like, because he's saying, "Oh, Dad, you know, I remember all the stuff we used to do together," and I'm thinking about my son. I'm saying, "Yo, so man, don't you're 23. Don't start thinking about kids right now. Travel, have a good time, get your money up, and
Yeah.
wait till you meet a quality lady that has all the stuff that you want in a woman. Then you think about it, but still be real careful about it, because paying child support and the court system on you is no fun. And I just keep it real with him about that, because your best friend, that lady that you married as was your best friend, she'll change.
hey,
She'll change.
someone once said the lady you marry is not the same person you divorce, and it
That's
goes vice
true.
versa. They'll say the same thing about you as well. It's not the same man I married. So
Right.
Wow.
No,
Wow. That's
they
still
know
deep, man. That's
they,
still deep.
they normally change once they get that ring, and they get even worse once. And you're lucky. Once they have a baby, it gets worse because they know they got you. I got him. I got him. And they'll like the attitude will change towards you. The mouth, they'll change. I've been through it because all my ex-wives were like my best friends. Never had any problems when I was dating them. My second wife, we lived together for 7 years. Never had any problems. As soon as we got married, it started changing. Yes. I was like, oh, she's changing. And then I moved to her city, which was a dumb mistake to move to her city. That she
Ooh.
really changed up.
Ooh.
But she was
Yeah.
my best friend for 7 years, lived together, no problem. We was here in Boston, lived right next to Fenway Park, had a good life. Moved to
Mm.
the city, got married, boom, she changed within a year's time. So
Ooh.
they
Wow.
change.
Wow. Yeah.
um,
I was always afraid of, I stayed in Baltimore, even though I traveled a lot. Yeah, even though I moved a lot, I still stayed in one city the longest, which was Baltimore. Now, in Baltimore, I got a close-up view of I don't want to have child support like that. Okay. Now, my brothers have been through everything because of that child support. They had to have the girl. They had to have the girl. I understand. So that child support scared me so bad. I used to go look at myself in the mirror and like, bro, you can run around all you want, but you better not get hit with that because that's going to mess up our whole game. Now, and look, just as a joke, I'm a part-time club man. I'm a bartender and general manager. I really work part-time. I didn't have that kind of career that can handle child support. And I knew that. So I knew I could go to any city I wanted. I'll roll up to the best club they got. And I know I can take care of myself. I know I can make it happen. But
yeah,
what I can't do is have up prior bills on my last city that's going to hit me like that. I just knew I couldn't do it. I knew I couldn't do it.
good. Yeah, I agree with you. Hey, Dejan says, when is it time to have kids? That's a hard question. I know I remember my brother-in-law telling me because my first marriage when I was 21 and my wife was 18, which was dumb. Okay, because she was very immature and she was just trying to prove to her parents that hey, I'm a grown woman. So we got married too young. But my brother-in-law had told me like in your 30s. He said that's a good time. You should be if she's in your 30s and you're in your 30s, that should be a pretty good time. And I think maybe in your mid 30s and stuff. But to each their own, Dejan. So it's kind of hard and stuff. To each their own. What you wanted to say anything about that? Learn2TV.
No, well, I really can't speak because I don't have children, but I'll tell you this: one of the things that I've always said,
Mhm.
I don't want to be 50 changing diapers or chasing after a toddler.
Right, right, right.
No, I and like to the point earlier, I can say all this stuff now, and then I'm 50 and I'm chasing a toddler, but
It's all right. It's all right. I
Yeah,
understand what
so
you're
I
saying.
don't.
Yeah.
So I don't know because some people think okay, I need to make a certain amount of money so I can have a secure family where everyone's comfortable, or I need to be a certain age. Everyone has their own criteria.
yeah, right. No, no, I agree with that. I mean, I have fun. I'm the type of dad where I change diapers. I spend the time alone with my kids. I do it all. I get up in the
Wow.
morning with that formula. Yo, you get to sleep. I'll get the formula. I'm that type of dad. I'm like I'm involved in stuff. But at this age right now, like I said, I got three of them. They're all grown. Do I want to do it again? I can't. I can't. I can't do it again. I'm tired. I just want to find a nice young lady to go out and enjoy life and do things with and stuff. So I'm hoping that that happens. I know you sent me some pictures of some ladies and stuff, and I'm like, oh, all good, but has to be the right lady, man.
38,
Yeah, man.
age
I
appropriate.
want.
Age appropriate.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
yo, I want some. I want some brown sugar, man. I want some brown sugar. I want some good people and stuff, man. I
Yeah.
hope you don't mind me sharing that information because if I know of anybody, I'm gonna let you guys know also and stuff because I know of a really bad young lady in Cartagena, but she's looking for a husband. She got a son like about 11. I'm like, I like her a lot, but I can't play dad.
Mhm.
I just can't.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I
And
see what
she's
you're
not
saying.
happy every time I say that. I was like, well, I'm like, yo, I'm just saying, I like you a lot, but I'm not gonna play that. So just keep it as friends and stuff. You know. So I don't know what Dejan says here. It says that's true. Same one you marry, the same one you will turn on you within what they get, what they want. The scary thing about marriage, and also a thing to watch out for. So I agree. Yeah, when they get what they want, it's usually with the ladies and stuff. It's about them. They'll play up to you. They'll be that sweet, loving woman for you, and then once they get you, they change up. Man. It's really all about them. They don't really care. The
I
majority.
mean, yeah, the system was built for the women to be able to play this game. I mean, you have to understand the disadvantage that you might find yourself in. You could be the greatest boyfriend they ever seen, but the systems are on their side.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so once they hook up with you, man, they can live without you. The system still sustains them. They
Yes.
still are maintained totally from top to bottom, food,
Yes.
shelter, everything, and they
Yes.
know this. And
Right.
so
No.
I'm just saying that they're malicious in their intent, but I'm saying, man, good grief. If I knew the system was on my side too, I'll rough you up too.
Oh, so let me ask. Mike has a question. Says, do you think these family court laws will ever change in the states? Maybe if the birth rate gets low enough. What do you guys think about that? I'll read it again. Do you think these family court laws will ever change in the states? maybe if the birth rates get lower.
Me personally, I think that the way that this country is,
Mhm.
the lawmakers feel that men are supposed to take care of women, and when the divorce happens, separation happens, they can't leave women on the street because the women usually are the ones that have the kids. So, you know, that's how I see it. As long as people will always feel that men are supposed to be the leaders, the protectors, the providers, and when
Mhm.
it's over, they need to continue doing that because now there are kids involved. So I don't think it changes.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to share with Dejan and everyone else and stuff, which I don't, I'm fine with sharing. I have a real issue. I have issues with the court systems, family courts and stuff, because you know, and recently, lady said some really kind things to me, like, "Oh, you're one of those dads who's really on top of stuff. We're trying to, need to be more dads like you." I remember, like, for my first marriage and stuff, and when I had moved to DC, I had told my wife I was moving to DC, and she just acted silly after I moved to DC, and well, she had contacted me and said, "Oh yeah, I'm not getting into child support payments and stuff, And I'm like, I mean, first of all, you didn't have to put me on child support. That was kind of
Right.
crazy. And she
Right.
goes, well, they're not sending me money, and she starts crying. So for me, with my kids is everything, man. I put them all before me. So I was like, cool, I send the money to you, like an idiot. For my daughter, I'm sending her the money. I'm doing this for a long time. So I'm talking to Thank God I was talking to my sister. My sister, she's great. She says, okay, are you keeping receipts? And I was like, no. She goes, you need to be keeping those receipts. And I was, no, I haven't. But she goes, well, you need to start keeping those receipts. So I was in like DC for about like what 4 years or something, and 5 years, almost 5 years, 4.5 years, and I moved back. And then they were like sending me letters like, yeah, we've been looking for you and stuff. You all like what? It was like 20, 30, 30. One of them, I think it was like 20, 25,000 or something. No, I think it was like, yeah, 25,000, 30,000, somewhere around there. And I said, what are you talking about? They said, yeah, we've been looking for you. I said, yeah, I've been sending that stuff to my wife. They said, no, she didn't tell us. I said, well, I've been sending it to her. They said, yo, you need to come down and we're going to lock you up. We've been looking for you. So I started finding receipts that I kept and I sent them. So it cut everything in half. So they said, okay, and they took everything off. And they said, okay, so where's the rest? I said, that's the ones that I saved. And they said, well, we need to see the receipts. I said, well, I don't have them. So I called her, and dude, she actually went down there to tell them, yeah, he was sending it to me.
Yes.
And you know what they did?
Take it off.
Ryan, they chased her out of there and said, get the hell out of here and you let us deal with them. Get the hell out of here. And she was questioning, yeah, they was screaming and yelling at me, told me to get the hell out of here, that they was going to take care of you. She said, that's your problem. I said, what? I said, you going to leave me out there? She goes, well, you should have kept all the receipts. I was like, yo, hold up. I did this for you, sub too. Man, I had to pay money that I already paid. Okay. I'm like, so I'm fighting them, and they kept throwing more interest on it. I was like, I just started paying, man. I just started paying. So I got dogged. I got dogged. And it was the funny thing is like when I moved back, I think I went somewhere and I came back and I started, I was finally paying it off. And I walked into the family courts and everybody was like all scared. Everybody's in there that working there was all scared. And I was all happy. I was like, yeah, this is over with, man. This is over with. And everybody's looking at me. And everybody's looking at me all scared, like, oh, shit, he looks kind of happy. Like, what's going on? Why is he looking happy? Because everybody else in the whole place was like angry. And I'm the only person all small, like, yeah, come on, I want to talk to somebody. And then finally came creeping over to me, and I was like, yo, this is it. I'm all set. And they just looked at me. I was like, yeah, have a good day. I'm out of here. But I got dogged.
Can I add one more? Can I add one point? Um, you know who's going through all this right now, and this is why the laws will never change because even rich people go through it. Kanye West.
Kanye, yeah.
He's going through the same thing, just like the average Joe. So if a man with means is going through the same issue as an average Joe, nothing's going to change.
Yeah, it's not gonna change. So it's important. Remember, your lady's. It's a good chance she's gonna change. And anytime you buy or you're giving her the money for kids, keep those receipts. Okay, I took all that as a learning experience. Things were better with the second one. Not, I didn't go through what I went through with the first thing. Thank God that didn't happen. I didn't let that happen the second time. But because when I broke up with my first wife, my daughter was small. She was like 5 and stuff. But yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta protect yourself. That's why I'm like right now. I'm happy, man. I'm happy by myself. I'm working on right now my own house and everything. I just want to build stuff, build wealth, and pass it on to my sons and daughters. I'm not worried about trying to take care of someone else. I'm gonna let you guys chat real quick. I'm gonna have to plug this in before I get logged off and stuff. Plug in my Chromebook and stuff so you guys can. I don't know. Would you guys have to something else that you guys might want to chime in on?
Yeah. I want to pick up on what Learn to Travel TV said right here. I was really sad when I saw Kanye like that. Like Kanye can do his own thing, and I know he's a celebrity, but right now he was a regular dude, man. You know it for sure. He was a regular dude. I've heard that a million times. He was word for word saying what all of my dudes have already said. He just had to get himself in line with them, and he ended up being a mega superstar. But he was saying exactly what everybody has already said. At one point, I felt him. He said, trying to keep my daughter from me. All I want to do is see my, and I know that phrase 10 times, tenfold. I know that phrase. Okay, because sometimes they will move the kid away from you, with the strong arm right here until you do something, and you might really just want to get with your child right here. I've seen it. So it can be a devastating system. And I'm not scared of a lot of things, but I was scared of child support. So let me just go one step further. It really frightened me because I've seen my guys lose their business license. I've seen the guys lose their driver's license. I've seen guys
Yes, yes,
go to jail.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, now you're outside of my game now. Now
yeah.
you're really outside of my game. And
Right.
so, it just scared me.
So let me ask you this real quick. So what happens when you're paying child support for 10, 15 years and then you find out that the child's not yours? No one's going to jail.
Whew,
Yeah, I know. That's it. That's even messed up.
oh,
That
it's gonna make me think. Yes.
let me see. Read something that Dejan says. He says Kim got her like elastic band. Or Kim got Kanye like elastic band. Yeah, no, she does for sure. But I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? What you were just saying? Learn to Travel TV.
What was that?
You were just saying something about what happens.
Oh no, I was just saying what happens when you're paying child support for 10, 15 years
Okay,
and
yeah, I
then you
can.
get a DNA test and it comes out that the child's not yours. You're not getting back money. No one's going to jail. What happens there?
No, that's messed up. That happened to my brother-in-law. Okay, um, he had this baby with this young lady, and the family and him. He was taking care of his daughter for like I think it was like till she was 12, and then he got married, and so his ex-girl was like, "Oh, you got married, huh? Okay, I want more child support." Says, okay, well, let's do. I think his new wife said, well, let's do a DNA test. Found out it wasn't his for 12 years. He's okay. And then the messed up thing is that it happened to another family member, and with a young lady that had 2 kids, and then her son, like on my ex-wife, my second ex-wife's side, cousin had two. Her nephew had two babies with this girl. He got locked up. While he's locked up, the girl's living with his mom. Come to find out, the kids wasn't even his. She was living in the house, and mom was taking care of the kids. He finally gets out and find out the kids weren't even his. I'm like, damn, man, this is what's up with these ladies and stuff today.
Yeah, man, you guys got it hot in here, man. That's a touchy subject. That's a touchy subject for me. You know what I mean? Because that one almost hit kind of close to me right there. Because even though I don't have any children, I was in it. I was. How do you say? I was almost the father. Okay.
You got
Whoa.
Okay.
scared. You got the
Huh?
scare. You got the scare.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I got the scare. Yeah, I got the scare. Come on, a couple times, thrice times, right there. And so, and I got to be careful what I say because your channel, Agymah's World, is going to blow up. And so I got to watch what I say. They might not be watching right now, but
Yeah,
they
I
be
just,
like,
I just,
you were saying something smart on the Agymah's World channel back in the day. So I'm gonna be real careful, but yeah, that last one, learn to travel. You gotta. Now I can see by Agymah World's face that he knows those are his kids. So that's what's happening right there. But in many cases, Agymah's World, in
yeah,
many cases,
yeah, yeah.
children end up not necessarily being biological, and this game is serious. And
Right.
especially as we get back to the subject matter, which is are you a dirty old man if you deal with a girl 15 years or younger? Well, many times with Learn to Travel, first said when we first started is that sometimes those girls might have different intentions now than you might think. So it's a serious game. It's
It
real
is.
life, but it's a serious game out here.
It's a serious game. You got to be careful out there because they're trying to. And this is what my son's saying to me all the time. My 23-year-old. There's a lot of young ladies in Ohio who are having babies just to get out of their parents' houses and have boyfriends take care of them. So I keep telling him, like, dude, man, you make sure you're not one. He got friends. He's like 23. He's friends that got like four babies and stuff. 23. I'm like, you got friends that got four babies? I said, dude, man, that's crazy. You just make sure that do not happen to you because he was telling me that how some chicks be trying to have baby with him. I said, dude, man, it's not about you. They're trying to get out of their parents' houses. And then he's talking about how they be going on Facebook blasting the baby's dad. He's saying, oh, he ain't no good. Putting everything on Facebook. He said, I
Yeah,
feel sorry
social
for my
media.
boy, man. She's putting all his business on Facebook. I'm like, I'm telling you, man, we pay attention to all that because that
Yeah,
can happen to you. And I tell him again, I know, you're struggling, doing your thing, you're working your job and going to school. If you're struggling to take care of yourself, imagine what's going to happen if you get somebody pregnant. Okay. It's not going to get easy. It's going to get harder because you got to feed that baby. And then she's going to want some money. She's going to want money in her pocket. So I'm putting that in his head. Every time we talk, I keep putting that in his head. And he's doing well because I don't have any grandkids. Thank God. Not even my daughter. She's not rushing to have just anybody's baby. So I'm blessed in that situation.
Yeah, now they got social media. It's a double barrel. It's a double barrel, man. Back in the day, you might can hold it off for a minute, but right now you're going to get posted on. You're going to get posted on today's society. You got to handle your business, and so now, man, I kind of feel for the brothers, man. You better have a good job. You better really be handling your business
Right?
because man, they post up on you, and then they get, like they got these squad to come after you. Or their social media squad, they can ruin your whole game. Back in the day, we didn't have social media. It take you a long time to ruin my game. And I'm going to move out of town by then. I'm good. But now, they can roll up on you, man. It's very serious.
I
Ain't that
know
right? Ain't that right on the travel?
that's
Absolutely.
that's
Absolutely.
true. And look what Mike says. He says it's safe to have kids outside of the states, like Mexico or Colombia, even Asia. Family court laws aren't as ruthless as they are in the West. Yes, A lady was telling me that about Colombia too. She was like, "No, we don't have family court laws and stuff. We're on our own." And when I started hearing that, I was like, "What? That's messed up." Dude's got like making all these babies with these ladies, and they're like on their own. I'm like, I was like speechless when I heard that. I said, "Okay, well, okay, don't worry about me getting anybody pregnant here." But
I would just disagree with the whole it's safer to have kids outside the states.
mhm,
It doesn't matter if it's the United States, Asia, Colombia.
mhm.
So what does that mean? You're gonna have a kid come back to the United States and send $50? That doesn't work for me either. If I'm gonna pay someone here $500-600, how is it safe for me to? I can't sleep at night
Yeah,
having
no,
because the dollar isn't equivalent. It's not fair. You know, if I have a kid, I messed up, so now I gotta take care of that kid.
Right.
yeah. Well, I think what Mike is saying is that at least like in the United States, the courts that can come in, they can come and arrest you and throw you in jail. So I'm thinking he's saying that it's safer because if you're not paying child support, I don't know if it's like what 10, 20,000, they come and grab you and lock you up. So I think that's what he's saying. And with in Mexico and Colombia and stuff, that's not going to happen to you. That's definitely. I mean, it's not fair because if I got a kid, regardless of where that kid's at, I'm going to take care of that kid. Because I remember
Exactly.
hearing, I think me and you talked about this. What's this brother? And he sounded like a Pookie and Ray Ray. He said he meets this gorgeous woman in Colombia and he got
Mhm.
her pregnant and all she wants is $200 or $300 a month. He's
No,
asking
no,
everybody, should I send it?
yeah,
That was
yeah.
messed up. Yeah, you should send it. You got her pregnant. You're saying she was I think she was a virgin or something too. He said.
Oh, I
He goes,
don't
yeah, I know she was. I think he said she was a virgin. He was the first one. Like, dude, yeah, man, you should. He said, well, that's not a lot of money. Should I send less? And all? I was like, see, that's the kind of brothers I don't want to deal with. I don't want to get involved with. Okay, I want to motivate the brothers, the positive brothers, not the Mookies and Ray Rays going there and doing stupid stuff like that. We're doing that already here. That's why I remember back in the day when you could just meet a beautiful black woman, a white girl, and you just like, man, you can go home. Now, man, it's not that easy because of the Mookies and Ray Rays, man, are trashing women. They trashing them. You could like, I should get like women like crazy. And I never trashed women. I've never been into that. But now women, these guys are going to Colombia and doing that. I had a subscriber I was talking to, and I didn't want to call him out. And I think he started following me because I was trying to talk to him. And we got in this conversation. He was drunk and he said something I didn't like.
Mm.
And because he was drinking, he said something I like. And I'm like, yo, man, you can't be going to these countries and dogging these women. These women like you. And you're like, he wants to screw this one lady he was with. Then she had a friend, and then he turned around and screwed a friend. And I'm like, dude, man, you got her friend's number and you screwed. I'm like, dude, man, you can't keep doing that. Okay, because somebody's gonna pull up on you. He was like, oh yeah, man, I'm just having fun, forget these. He said the B word, and I was like, no.
Yes. I
No,
understand.
I can't. Me and you can't talk because it shouldn't be about that.
And he did it because he felt that he could do it.
Yes, yes. Okay, because the friend liked you, you're gonna like, oh, you're gonna dump her. You got with her friend, and now you got her friend's telephone number. Now you're gonna go get with her. And then he had people at the hotel that he was cool with that was introducing them to ladies, and he's dogging all of them. I'm like, dude, man, you're running through all these women. You're making us all look bad. He wasn't getting it, so I was like, yo, all right, I'm just telling you. I'm not trying to play dad. So I don't know. I didn't mean to get into that. But yeah, I want
I
to see brothers doing some positive things, going to other countries.
understand where you're coming from because you're my age, and so back in the day, man, we didn't have all these extra four issues right here. We
Yes.
used to just have beautiful women, and, and,
Yes.
and we knew we could hook up. and we
Yes.
know we can do this, and so it allowed you to not have to dog them.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I love my girlfriends, man. They was all rougher than I was, but man, I treated my girls very, very nice. That was my game. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, and I wasn't trying to simp or sucker or whatever they call it nowadays. But
Yeah.
man, we grew up, you know, treating our women nice, and it wasn't just that power game going on. Like right
Yes.
now, you know, I think you get in trouble for treating your girl nice. I think you get titled out if you start doing a couple of things. So I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but the point is, I know back in the day, man, we had tons of beautiful girls that we just didn't have to deal with all these other issues. Nowadays, man, it's like chess. It's like chess. Your
It
move.
is.
You want
It
to you
is.
want to get with me? Oh, that's bishop to my bishop to your seven pawn. Let's
Yes.
go. What?
Mhm.
Oh, you ain't.
Yes.
Oh, got
Yeah.
you. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I was just trying
Yes.
to date. I'm trying to see if we can go to the movies.
Yeah, it's crazy out there now.
Yeah.
It's crazy out there. Go ahead, Learn the TV. You was about to say
No,
something.
no, no. It's
Yeah, yeah.
it's all out
No,
of whack. It's
yeah, it is. It is. When I got separated and started back over again, I'm like, man, this it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. So that's why I don't really deal with the women in the Matrix. I don't really go on dates. If someone's hits on me, talk to me, I'll talk to them, I'll hang out with them. But as far as the women here, I don't even try. I just wait until I travel and just because I got like cool friends in Medellin, a few ladies, a nice young lady in Peru. I talk to her all the time, and then hey, when I get there, man, hook me up, talk to some of your friends, we all hang out and stuff. I'd rather do that way, but I just don't want to see brothers messing up.
yeah.
Medellin and stuff and Cartagena, which they're already doing out there, throwing the money, going out there doing. Come on, man, why are you throwing money around and stuff? You know, it's not necessary, but they don't care. They're still gonna just go out there like this guy was telling you, going out there with all this money, dude. I'm saying, why are you going there with all this money? You ain't gonna prove anything. It's just have that need to go there and show off. And it's sad that we're doing that. So,
Yeah.
but
I was on another channel, and we were talking about, you know, we come up in the States right here in the Matrix, man. I don't know where it is, the movies we watch or the music we listen to, man. We gotta have the best girl. We gotta have the toughest car. We gotta have the best clothes. I mean, man, we caught up in this best thing, and so now you travel internationally, you think everybody's like we are in the Matrix.
Yeah.
yes,
You gotta understand that's why it's important to move around and put yourself in different cultures, because you don't just do an automatic transfer of that mindset, bring a stack of money and start throwing it around. It's like the most, I mean, they're gonna find out in a year or two or three when they relook at that tape, they're gonna look at how ridiculous that concept really is. What's up with that, Learn to Travel?
So let me tell you two things. So a lot of guys complain about the women in the Matrix and how they're not choosing them, so they're going abroad overseas. And guess what? Those same guys, the same nonsense that they were doing over in the United States, now they're bringing it, and now they're
yes,
spoiling. Now they're spoiling these people. And now
yes,
the next thing with the money, so they're working hard all year round to get a 4-day weekend or 4-day vacation, right? And now they have this stack of money, but
Yes.
when you do the conversion, one young lady told me they were throwing 2,000 pesos, 2,000, 2 mil, dos mil pesos, which was equivalent to 50 cents. So they thought they were doing something funny, or they thought they
Yeah.
were doing great. They're just making themselves look crazy.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh my goodness. Oh, you really hitting me with that right there.
yeah,
Okay. That's a great, yeah, that's what Michael said up here. He said that's a great point. Bruh, that's a gem right there. I think that even as we were discussing, you know, the money throwers, I got to shout out to Razor Rays. You know, when we get back with Razor Rays and we speak about that money throwing, that money conversion, they were throwing out coins. They were throwing out pennies. Oh, that's embarrassing, bro.
It
Oh, that's embarrassing.
is. It is.
Can you imagine a player? Can you imagine a player kicking out pennies? They will run him out. They'll run him out of the corner club, the hole in the wall. They will run him out of there. Hey,
Yeah.
bro, you kicking pennies? You brought a jar of pennies up in here? That is ridiculous.
But
What a point. That's just
you know,
hitting me big right there.
and the girls, they're not impressed by the chains. They're not impressed by the jewelry. They know it's fake. A girl told me the guys are going into the clubs. They can barely pay for their drinks, but yet they want to
Yeah.
look like millionaires.
No.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Oh, let me real quick. Let me interrupt you. I want to say something that I didn't see this message. I just posted up that Mikey was saying. He says, "I'm not advocating for not supporting your kids. Ideally, you relocate to that country and raise the kids yourself in the country, like Colombia and Mexico. Main point was to avoid the U.S. law courts." Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure I agree with you, man. I
Okay.
understand what you're saying and stuff. Yeah, no, I agree with you and stuff. And what's this? Dejan says, "What if they ask you out, Jima?" Dejan, okay, yo, what a waste, man. We got in a train wreck on himself quick. Okay, I'm not. I think I did cut that message late. Oh, yeah. So he was just saying that to you, learn to travel. That he wasn't really trying. Yeah, I'm sure he understood that and stuff too. I understood what you were saying and stuff. But like, I don't know. So you're like in Mexico. I don't know. Have you been to Women's Island? I love Women's Island.
I haven't been there yet. I'm going to have to get that on my way back through, but I haven't been over there some more areas. But I heard a lot about it, and I heard you said that you were there.
Yeah, I was there, but see, I took Sam to the beach because I had got engaged to my second wife here, and then we went to Mexico. I took her to Cancun, and then we went to a Women's Island, and man, they treat us like rock stars. The kids, man, the kids treated us like rock stars. They'll come running up, want to touch us, want to talk to us, and then I was like, what? Wasn't asking for anything. They just wanted to talk to you and say to hi to you and touch you. It was like it was great. The food was great. That was a long time ago, but man, I imagine now it's even better because I think I've seen another YouTuber on there, and it's probably like 10 times better than when I went. It's probably
I
10 times.
do want to go over there. You know, where I am in Playa del Carmen is very close to Tulum. It's very close to Cozumel. It's very close to Puerto Morales. It's very close to Cancun. And as you go up, it's very close to Isla Mujeres. But you know, Mexico has a very cool, laid-back style. You know, and here in Playa del Carmen, well, you know, I'm in Playa del Carmen. There's some beautiful people at 8 streets down on this beach, bro. But it's a power game. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
Flyboy, you know the Flyboy way. You know, Fresh from the Flyboy way. You might know him. He's another YouTuber.
yes,
Uh, he'll tell you how it really goes. Is that yeah? At the younger ages, it's strictly a power game here. You know, so it's not a relaxed like me and my man John. You know, he was on your stream of Italia 1970. We live uptown like 8 streets, and so we almost live in a Mexican neighborhood. All right, so you can get a more normalized. Say you might even find you a nice Mexican chica. But as you get down to Fifth Avenue, close to Playa del Carmen, at that tourist area, man, these girls are beautiful. They're young. They got the bodies. They come in serious business, bro. And so, yeah, I'm not allowed to go down there, right? You know, I'm not allowed to mess around down there, okay? And they're gonna let me know. They're gonna let me know, hey, bro, this is not your game. So I'll be like, okay, you know, I understand. because it's a very serious, up tempo game. But yeah, in Mexico, I met some great people. It's nice and laid back. But I want to go to Colombia, and it's really on my mind. I want to go to Medellin. I want to just move through. And yeah, if y'all know some people, man, that can just holler at a dirty old man, I want y'all to put me on with them, man, so I can hang out with somebody.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I still have numbers of anyone in Medellin and stuff. I had numbers of a lot of ladies, but I didn't stay in contact with them constantly, so they um just disappeared and stuff. But anytime anything I can do to help, I'll definitely send you a place that you should go and buy souvenirs, which is like downtown. It's like the best place. It's safe and the prices are good and stuff. So I can tell you about some good places there and
I
some good
appreciate that.
restaurants also.
Oh, I appreciate that. And I want to go to Cartagena. I'm going to take some weekends off, and I'm going to go to Cartagena also. And that's why I really got into you, Learn to Travel TV, man. You had your people there. You went to Cartagena. Now, you got some bad street food there for a minute, man, so I know I got to be careful. I know that. It looked good, though.
Yeah.
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover. That's what I learned.
Hey,
Understood. Understood.
hey,
Absolutely.
fellas. Dejon says, "Oh yeah, fellas. Hell of a good time. You got me dreaming in the place now. I think you're talking about Mexico and stuff. Yeah, I love Mexico because when we was
It's
there,
beautiful.
I had said to my wife at the time, I said, when we move here, when we move, I just like when you leave the Matrix, I just felt different. I was
Yeah,
like, I just felt at home. I felt so comfortable. And she just looked at me like, I got this job. I just can't. I was like, oh man, I was ready to move to Mexico and stuff. But yeah, I love Mexico. And I don't know if anybody. Oh yeah, because you're originally from Panama. Panama, I love Panama. I got
Yeah.
nothing but good things to say about Panama. I love the people there. I love the food. The food is good there, and I'm looking forward. I think that's where I want to take my son. I don't know if it's going to be Colombia or Panama, but yeah, I love Panama.
But
Nothing.
hey, guys, make sure you look at the flights now. For Cartagena, Memorial Day is like the last time where the flights are low for the rest of the summer. So I've been looking at Spirit,
Mhm.
and round trip, it's gonna be about 350, 340. But then for the rest of the summer, it's gonna be in the high fives.
is that right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
just keep
Wow.
an eye out on that.
Okay.
Hey, hey, let me tell you, I already got one. I already got one planned out. Now you know this better than me, but that flight cost $61 from Medellin, though. All right.
Yes, to Cartagena.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Less
yeah, yeah.
less than what? Less than an hour?
Less than an
Less than an
hour.
hour,
Yes.
$61. Now look, they still might hit you in the Airbnb, though. Man, they might hit you a little bit on the Airbnb, but I'm hoping to sneak in there for a weekend or two. But I know what you're saying. You're saying here from the Matrix that price is going to go up after Memorial Day. I'm
After
even
Memorial
surprised
Day.
Memorial Day can still be in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got it. So after Memorial Day, the prices are gonna go up.
Yes. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
there last week, and then I was planning out my next one too, and Memorial Day was it. And then as a matter of fact, you can't go on Thursday or Friday. You have to go on a Wednesday.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
You have to go
So
to.
Wednesday is the cheapest day to fly.
Okay, yeah, I know it was either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday now. Okay. Yeah, you've been doing your homework on that one. You've been doing
Yeah,
your homework on that one for sure.
yeah. Well, yeah, good, great information. Hey guys, man, I appreciate each and one of you for being here and stuff. I want us to get out there and hit Club W because they're saying that's a good place to find divorced women looking for a good time, and it's like walking distance So
Nice.
it's been today in Boston was beautiful. The weather's beautiful.
Yeah.
We got the marathon. So we got people from around the world in Boston, and I know
Wow.
I'm gonna have a good time this weekend and stuff. I like really enjoy this conversation with you guys and stuff. You know?
I did too. Thanks a lot, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate both of you. Actually, Razor Rays was supposed to pop on. I know he's busy on hitting other channels and stuff too. Got a lot going on. And
Yeah.
also, if Kings and Dreams is still there, man, I was gonna reach out to you. I just got so busy, so I apologize because I did want to have you on also. So we gotta do this again, fellas and stuff.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
And
anything that you want to say in closing?
real quick for me is, hey man, I'm with Chuck, man. I got the 200 subscriptions coming up, man, and I'm just trying to build. But you know, one thing is for sure is that the brotherhood that I had found after leaving the matrix and coming out, I had to leave a lot of my people that couldn't come with me. Man, I found a new group of guys, a new fraternity, and it means a lot to me. I really appreciate some of the guys who just adopted me and let me in. So I just want to say, hey, where's Chuck is right here. I'm in full support of where the guys are going. And yeah, I'm on my way to Medellin in about 10 days. I can't wait to do a live there. Once I get comfortable, man, I'm gonna just do a quick little live and let you know that I'm there. That's gonna be the highlight, of my YouTube career right now. And don't get me wrong, I got DR and I got the DR and I got Thailand, Philippines still on the list coming up. So I'm still moving around. But hey, man, salute to you and Agymah's World. Salute to
Salute to
you, Learn to
you.
Travel TV. I appreciate your motivation and your support. So thank you for letting me be here tonight.
All right, thank you, bro, man. I appreciate you, man. All right, thank you. I'm gonna let and take care, bro. All right,
Yeah.
so bro, man,
Go ahead.
anything in closing?
No, I just want the guys to protect themselves, protect their peace, and protect their resources. And then you can find me on this is Learn to Travel TV at gmail.com and Learn to Travel TV on Instagram. And please
Okay.
subscribe. I'm
Yeah,
at I'm at like 270, 273, 274. So every subscription counts, and I just share my trips. I just got back from Cartagena and I'm going back next month. So I have some good pointers for you guys.
yeah, well, yeah, man. Just keep doing your thing, man. You got a good channel. Where's Chuck has a good channel. I'm gonna put everything in there. I'm really bad at this, but I'll put a link and stuff of your channel and his on there. And again, I appreciate you all your support and stuff, and you encouraging me to keep moving on and stuff with this. And I'm sure you're gonna blow up and stuff. You're gonna like. I'm sure you guys are probably gonna just fly past me in time and stuff.
No, it's and listen, I don't even look at people's numbers. I try not to even watch other people's videos as far as their content because I just want to make sure that my stuff is original. It's not but not copying anything. So,
Right.
man, just keep working on your stuff. And look, this live only took an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You don't have to do videos or any of that stuff. Do
Yeah.
lives.
Right.
Lives is a new thing. I haven't figured it out myself. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate you. All right, man. And thanks a lot to everyone that joined. John, Michael, Kings and Dreams, and there was one other person who keep popped in and stuff. I appreciate you. I don't see his name there, but I appreciate everyone for joining me. Atadia 1970 was saying where Chuck. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. I appreciate you, both of you. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I had a great time talking to these guys. All right, everybody, stay safe. I appreciate you. Agymah's World. Peace out.